Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of Spark. I'm Coach David. Hope you're doing fantastic on today. Hope that everything is up and moving in the right direction for you, that you are up and at it today, that you are inspired, that you are motivated. Want to say happy Easter to everybody. This is Easter Sunday, and want to say happy Easter to each and every one of you celebrating the Easter holiday. Truly, and a very important day in our lives, and we understand the importance of it. We want to also say this right here, that we hope that you will take time today to spend time with family, with friends, with loved ones, those who you care about and who care about you. But also remember this also, we want to make a unified connection to care about everyone, to think about everyone, to pray for everyone. It's always important that we do that. Well, with that being said, once again, welcome to the Spark. I'm super excited that you are here with me on today. I'm going to share a couple things with you. I promise I'm not going to take a long time to do it on today. I want to get into it and want to get moving. Now, we're going to jump back a little bit. If you remember last week, we talked about change being key to your growth mindset. And we're still on the growth mindset. Let there be no doubt about it. Change is key to the growth mindset because you have to go from a fixed mindset to a change mindset. And we said that change means I'm going to do something different. I'm going to make it different. I'm going to improve. I'm going to become better. I'm going to develop. I'm going to increase. I'm going to achieve or produce something better than before. So if that is you, and you're making that transition from a from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, and you're developing in that, I want to congratulate you. I want to applaud you. That is awesome, because that's what we need to be doing. Now, we said that when you change your mind, that's growth. And that's where we get the term growth mindset. But we also said that change can be difficult because in some regards, in some respect, we have to admit that we may have been wrong. And that's hard for us to do. It really is. Not only that, we are what they call creatures of habit, quote unquote. And what that means is that once we get into a habit, we see it a certain way. We continue to move in it that certain way. And so what I have to understand is that when I admit that maybe I've had it wrong all this time, and now I need to make the change can feel very uncomfortable to me. It can be a very uncomfortable thing. But I understand that when I change, I develop, I grow, I get better. So I want to encourage you on today, continue to change, continue to get better, continue to develop, to increase, and to grow, because it's so important in your life. It's going to make your life that much better if you make a decision to do it. And so with that being said, let's jump into something real quickly. Now, here's the key thing that we want to bring out today. Change must be maintained. I'm going to say that again. Change, okay, you go in, you change some things. You got to maintain that. And what happens many times is that we'll change. And I always say change is not change until you change. But we also have to understand that once I change, that's not the end of the story. I have to continue and maintain that change, or else I will fall back. So if I've gone from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset in an area of my life, that's not the end of the story there. I have to understand that when I'm going through this, yes, I'm changing. I'm getting some new strategies. I'm learning some new things. I'm developing in new areas. But even after the change has been made, if I'm not careful, I will fall right back into that fixed mindset. So change is not change until you have changed, but change must be maintained. That is the key point, and that's what this lesson is all about today. And I will probably be talking about this over the next couple of weeks, because simply I want to give you some things that's going to help you hold on to that change. I want to help you to develop in such a way that once you make the change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, you can stay there. So let me see if I can give you an example. All right. I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, including myself. That is weight loss. Okay, let's say, for instance, I need to lose weight or drop weight. Okay, I don't want to say lose it because lose it means I got to find it. No, okay, I don't want to use that term. I want to drop some weight. Now, what I'm going to do in order to drop this weight, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to get exercise. I'm going to get the proper rest. I'm going to do all of those strategies that I need to do in order to be better, in order to drop it. Okay. Now, here's the key point that I'm making. Okay, let's say I go through all of that. I learn some new strategies. I learn how to work out. I learn how to eat. I learn how to get the proper rest. I learned all those things. I learn my body. And then I drop the weight. Let's just say I want to just drop 5, 10 pounds. I drop the weight. Now, what I have to be careful of is that I don't look at this from the standpoint of like, okay, I got the weight dropped. I'm good to go. No, this is the exact same way that the going from a fixed to a growth mindset is. Just like weight change, okay, I cannot look at it and say, okay, I got it now. Boom, go right back to where I was. And that's what happens a lot of time in both weight loss or relationships or anything else. We get what we're looking for, but once we get it, then we just don't maintain it. So just like you have to maintain those strategies you learn in weight loss, in relationship, you have to maintain those same strategies when you go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So if I will do that, then I can maintain the strategies. I can also maintain the change. So that's why I said on today that change must be maintained in the growth mindset. So what I want to do, I want to go back and I want to talk about some growth mindset strategies that I believe you must maintain. Now, I'm going to go A and B and C and D, but today I'm just starting with the A's. Okay, I'm going to start with A's, and then next week I'll probably talk about B, C's, or whatever the case may be, just as I'm led to do it. But today I want to talk about the A's. We said, once again, I want to clarify, we said that I cannot just change. I have to change, and I have to maintain the change. Well, what are some of those strategies that I've learned to go from the fixed mindset to the growth mindset that I need to continue to do? Well, here they are. What I need to do, I need to understand that I must acknowledge that I have imperfections. What do you mean by that? No one is perfect. No one is perfect. We work at it day by day by day. And when we work at it day by day by day, we get better day by day by day. So acknowledge the imperfection. That's the first A. Acknowledge my imperfection and then get better about it. I recognize that I've lost my camera here. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Just stay with me. Okay. So I understand that I acknowledge my imperfection. I acknowledge that no one is perfect, including myself. And I acknowledge that I got to work at it day by day by day. Here's the next thing I got to do. The second A, I got to alter my attitude. Now, you've heard me say this 1,001 times. You've heard me say this before. Attitude determines altitude. But listen to this. Our altitude also determines our behavior, or I should say our attitude also determines our behavior. What am I talking about? Listen, you cannot just have any kind of attitude that you want. A lot of times I address it as the stinky attitude. So I have to alter my attitude. In a growth mindset, I had to change my attitude in order to change my altitude. I also have to maintain a proper attitude in order to maintain a proper behavior. So I understand that, one, I acknowledge my imperfections, and number two, I alter my attitude. I had to do that to go from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. So those are the first two A's. I got two more for you. Just hang in there with me. Number three, I've got to ask for assistance. I need help. I don't know about you. I need help. I always say help means, hey, everyone, let's pray. That's what help means to me. But it can mean whatever it wants to mean to you. But the point that I am making is this right here. I know that going from a fixed mindset where I think I got it all together, I don't need anybody's help, it's all about me, going to that growth mindset, I understand that I've got to ask for assistance sometimes. I need help. Please help me. And so what I want to do, I want to ask for assistance. I need that assistance. I want to ask for that assistance. And then from there, the final one I want to give you, I need to accept constructive feedback. I used to call it constructive criticism, but criticism just sounds so negative. I started saying feedback. I get constructive feedback. And when I get constructive feedback, now what I can do with the constructive feedback is that I understand that now I can take that feedback and I can use it to build myself up. So with all of that being said, here's what I want to give you on today. You got to start maintaining these growth mindset strategies. And when you maintain these growth mindset strategies of acknowledging your imperfection, altering your attitude, asking for assistance, and accepting constructive feedback, your life gets consistently better. I hope that helped you on today. I told you I wasn't going to take long, and I recognize that I lost my picture. I don't care. It's going to be all right. That's just a part of growth, figuring it out and moving on, but you still got me. And so with that being said, I hope that you will take the A's, come back next week. Hopefully we'll have a picture, and then we can continue to move through on this to get you where you need to be. A growth mindset change must be maintained. Listen, I'm going to get out of here. I hope that you will share this with someone, give it to someone, listen to it over and over and over again, and get that down on the inside of you. And remember this right here. Remember this. If you don't remember anything else, remember, you're the architect of your life. And I'm Coach David. I believe in you. I'll see you on next week. Bye.